First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Let's go. Let's do this. Mike, set. 20. 6. Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
Here's Ty Johnson, rookie 6-rounder from Maryland. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That's the way to hit.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Shit. Hey, 70. 10.
Now it's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Tight dog. Check 99. Check zebra. Crouch. Check the hot read. Watch switch. 50.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
On 1st and 10, Walker. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the gun on 3rd down, Walker, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at about the 14. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the first drive, 3-and-out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, If you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Ready. Yellow lady. 46. Yellow lady.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Maurice Hurst. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand there first. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
49, check 49. 49. Check 49.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's it, baby. We got one.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now Walker from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Let's go. Get inside. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Stafford, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. From the gun, here's Stafford. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Check right. Switch. Hey, switch gears. Watch the shift. Come on, Mahar, move. Check. Hey, 22. 36.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ready. 280. 46 to Mike. I know he ain't got it. He's coming. Double up. In middle.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this is their 3rd drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. 2nd year in Oakland for Walter after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, Darren, you... Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Let's go.
Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up, They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the 50, Stafford. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
On 2nd and 7, Walker. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And this one will be brought back to the...
My bad, guys. My bad, guys.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Set. 280. Check mark 46. Let's go, D. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Max Crosby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check.
Here's Stafford. And he'll find Hall. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well, just as we saw.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is Homer. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Kaiser on first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Under 10, under 10, 10. What? Go. Let it go.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Complete. Smith has it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Vincent Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make it 24-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. A first down throw for Kaiser. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll throw here. Kaiser. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Will Harris, the rookie from Boston College, who picked it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
This is taken at his 4. Oh, good move. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Lions' 27-yard line.
Ready. 10, touchdown. Hey, watch the right. Watch the right.
From the 27, Kaiser. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Going on the ground with Homer. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Check 26, check 26.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 7 ending. Come on.
Again, it's Kaiser. Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Travis Homer, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for two.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
To throw is Kaiser. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Lions take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He finds an opening past the 40. He cuts it right. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Kaiser now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
Kill. Rush it. Out. Slam. Check 53.
They'll run this with Homer. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Kaiser. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion. And
this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Johnson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Now Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford is going to fight, and that's caught inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
Omaha, ready, move. Check 13. Check 13.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
6-6, pull it high.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go, boys, bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check.
On second down, Kaiser again. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On second and 12, Kaiser. He's got his man on the crossing route. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Hey, watch the slant.
First down, Kaiser. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, 22.
Back to throw, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
One of the great coaches said football's really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On third down, Stafford. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On first and 10, Kaiser. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Kaiser now. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a third down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set, 250. 46 to Mike. Oh, dead. Check 99. Check 99. Check. Crunch. 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 Like 7. Switch.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they take a knee.
Stafford on the keeper.
Set. 180.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down.
Set. 280. Double time. 4 down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Detroit, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Oakland, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.